Hello everybody, Vilisink again, back with Raid Shadow Legends, and in this video we will be discussing a god tier triple S to the max epic champion that everybody loves, but not everybody has. He's the type of champion, if you have him, great, but people hate you, and if you don't have this champion and your mate has him, then you may end up hating your mate for a while. But that's just how it is, that's just because he's so good. We're going straight to the champions tab here. We will waste no time in showing off the star of today's video, Maneater, the man that took me almost 2 years to pull. 2 years, or would I say maybe like 18, 19 months? Long enough anyway. Such a long time to finally get one Maneater. He is such an account changer, you have no idea. Pardon me. An absolute account changer. You can take him into Spider. He can help you progress in your dungeons. He can help you in Doom Tower. There's obviously secret rooms. But in this video, we'll be looking over where, we'll say, because there is a lot of people that actually use him outside of Clan Boss also. But today we're focusing on Clan Boss. I'll show you my build, what to do, how I've built him and so on. We'll look at his kit, look at his base stats, and so forth. Something's creaking. So as we can see, he is an epic HP based champion, and his base HP is 20,310, very solid, anything over 20,000. Although he's a HP champion, you have to expect a higher HP. The higher the HP, the better it is for all of the 60% chest or 50% chest you're going to put on, because your return is so much greater. Attack is 837. Being a HP based champion, that's perfectly fine. We can still work with it for the build that we're going for. Defense 1112, 1112. It may as well be 1111. But again, it's workable. It gives us a base to work off of. 20,000 HP, 1100 defense, I say is kinda well rounded as far as the capabilities that you have with it. Speed 98, so he's a bit of a slow boy. Not at 100, could be worse, but 98 is very workable. Also, unless you are going, I'm sure maybe it's like the double Maneater Bat Eater or something, but you need to have Maneaters at like 289 speed. That's the only thing that sometimes causes an issue. Everywhere else in the game, you're not going to require that type of speed. So very workable. We can still, with the budget and most Maneater compositions, with the speed he has, we can still get to where we need to be. The crit rate 15% and crit damage 50%. It's fine, that's basic, that's normal. He has 0 accuracy, but he does have 45 resistance as a base stat, which I'm actually a big fan of. And it's just nice. We'll go over why pretty soon. But I would like to show you how mine is actually built as far as stat wise. So 36,786 HP, 2,807 attack. So as you can see, it's 837 base, but with some artifacts, a little bit of the Great Hall in the Classic Arena, you have pushed that attack up quite high. 2,320 defense. So again, from the 1,112, put on some artifacts, we get some little bonuses here and there, plus masteries. It's a massive help to the end number. 241 speed, so respectively fast. 94 crit rate. It is not 100%, I know, but that's just how it is for us now. 181 crit damage, 105 resistance, and 106 accuracy. And there's a reason that accuracy is not that high, and we'll go over that. So as you can imagine, I've went for speed stats, crit stats, and attack stats. The only change is his amulet is now defense, because he was losing HP as he should in a run. And just before the heal, Maneater would take a turn, and if he was kind of close to 50% HP, he would attack and his mastery wouldn't kick in, so he wouldn't heal, and it would sometimes give him the stun. So beefed his defense so he can keep his HP longer. It kind of works for just now. Lost a bit of crit damage, but that's totally fine. I can live with that. So, skills. Let's look at what makes this champion pretty much one of the most wanted champions in the game. Go onto YouTube, you'll find probably thousands of videos. Thousands and thousands and thousands of videos. Maybe not that much, but close to it. Telling you just how badass Maneater is. And this is why. So, Pummel. Attacks one enemy, places a 50% decrease attack debuff on all enemies if it's a crit. So it's quite nice. If you do use him outside a clan boss, Beam Tower, your faction wars, dodge the progression, attacking one enemy, getting a crit hit, then giving all of your enemies decrease attack, is actually incredibly strong. You're breaking the damage by 50%. Clan boss, however, you're going to want to give him lower accuracy, just because you don't need to land it. You're in an unkillable team for 50 turns, so you can't be killed, so the decrease attack just pretty much takes up a spot on the debuff bar, and you do not really need it. Siphon. Attacks one enemy, fully depletes the target's turn meter. Fills this champion's turn meter equal to the amount the target loses. So a pretty nice A2. Clan boss wise, you cannot affect his turn meter, so it's a bit of a shame. So this is just effectively like a damage hit. That's all it is. But if you have him built for Spider, for instance, if you're in Dragon, Ice Golem would be a great place, because you can affect Ice Golem's turn meter. You can attack Ice Golem, take his turn meter to fill your turn meter, and if you're quick enough, essentially be getting multiple turns in between, just due to this Siphon. Well, it books down to a 3-turn cooldown. It can hit pretty damn hard too. In Clan Boss, where I mainly use him, I can get between 150 and 190k with an attack up buff for this. So it's actually really impressive. But the thing that people want Maneater for is basically just one thing. It's not block debuffs, although that helps dramatically. It's a great addition to what makes him so great. But it says this champion receives damage, then places an unkillable buff and a block damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Damage received is equal to 5% max HP for each ally alive. So he doesn't really take that much damage. It ain't going to kill you. There's nothing to worry about. What you're looking for with this move is, preferably booked, if you're looking for a clan boss, is the unkillable buff. The unkillable buff will open so many doors for you in clan boss. It will allow you to not have to rely on lifesteal gear or immortal gear. Hell, you might even have regen on somebody, depending on how they're built. The unkillable will absolutely change it. It changed it for me. I used to have Stagnite, like 4k defense, like 21,000 HP. Nethril was the same. I had so many champions that when I started this game, I basically built them for a clan boss, because I knew that tankiness would also work in dungeons, and it did for a long time. It did for a long time, and then maybe 18 months, 19 months, I pulled a Maneater. Cha-ching, everything changed. I began, you can check the channel for videos I did maybe a year ago, and you will see the actual start of this unkillable team, where after 50 turns, the team was so bad, we did like 19 mil damage. That's the way it was, but this changed everything. I was able to then use different gear sets I wouldn't actually be able to use otherwise, and gear other champions differently, just due to that. And this is what makes him just so fantastic, the unkillable buff on all allies. Also, the fact he has his block debuffs means he cannot be stunned. So as long as Oh, it's raining outside. I wonder if you guys can hear that. It's actually, you maybe actually can hear that. That is so heavy. So where were we? Block debuffs. With this stun, when you pick your slow boy, the slow boy will have block debuffs up and unkillable up longer, obviously, because you're making him way slower. And that rain is crazy. Lost my train of thought. So let's just say unkillable is good, block debuffs is good. When it comes to the stun, you can't be stunned. If you give him Retribution Mastery, he will just attack back and give you 100k damage. Pretty good. But this is it. There's Skull Crusher, I believe, does unkillable on himself, but everybody else gets counter attack. There's very few. I can't name him at this second, but I'm pretty sure he's one of the very few champions that will give you unkillable for the whole team and block debuffs. It's truly a great thing to see. So his aura increases ally HP in dungeons by 33%. I quite like his aura. I'm a fan of it. I would like it less if it was defense, but because dungeons, you do want to have slightly a higher HP, and 33% is a level 8 6-star chest, or a 5-star chest level 12. That's the exact same amount of HP you're getting from an aura. So the masteries for my Maneater changed because, like I said, I use them for clan boss. We're speaking today and I'm showing you all this for a clan boss. And yes, I could give him more attack. I can make sure his crit rate is 100%. I could give him 300 crit damage and so on and so forth. But this is really just about clan boss, and his masteries changed, and they changed. I'm pretty sure they've changed quite a lot actually. But I recently received a little bit of help or guidance with according to that. So we went for the defense, we then went for the reduced AoE damage, Resurgent, chance to remove one random debuff, just so we could get delayed death. We then went for Retribution and Deterrence. On the offense tree, we went Grim Resolve, crit rate to crit damage, into single out, into Life Drinker, just so he can heal, which is quite important if you're using the unkillable. Your slow boy will not have that mastery. Everybody else in your clan boss team will have Life Drinker, just because they can have Immortal and Lifesteal. It makes no difference. But the slow boy will not be getting that one because it gives him health back. Bring it down is just attacking targets with higher HP. Gives you more damage. Methodical increases damage inflicted by the champions. Default skill each time it's used in a battle. Looking for the cooldown with Cycle of Vengeance and War Master. So effectively, we want that to proc. We are going to gain millions and millions and millions of extra damage. So looking at everything we have here, he has the unkillable. He has some Terminator manipulation. He has decreased attack. So he is very well rounded. You can take him into a lot of places. You can absolutely find videos for Spider. You can find videos for dragons or dungeons. If you need somebody to keep you alive, give Maneater the correct speed to go with that team, and he can absolutely help you with that. He will absolutely tank. He will give you that unkillable buff, bring a healer along or whatever, and you will be completely surprised by how good this champion is. But this was for clan boss. This was a clan boss show off. Before we end the video, I'm going to show you all the gear. His amulet is the only thing that recently changed to defense. Just he was slightly losing too much HP or not enough at a certain point, so I had to lose a little bit of crit damage, but that's just the way it is. So attack stats, speed, crit rate, some HP, speed, HP, crit rate, speed with a max 5-star glyph. Now that is luck, because I did that on the first try, purely because I got more crit rate and I was looking to try get to 100%. 10% crit damage, and we've got some resistance, crit damage gloves. I'm hopefully going to get a better pair soon, because the HP really doesn't really do anything for me. The speed and crit rate is quite nice though. Attack percent chest, crit rate, speed, HP resistance. The bottom two stats kinda rubbish. Top two good. So again, with grinding dungeons and so forth, doing events, I might be able to replace that piece, but I have to make sure I have the same speed, so I'm not having to take this piece on, put that one off to swap for this one. I don't want to interfere with his speed if I don't have to. And he just has run of the mill speed boots in the speed set, so attack, some defense, some crit damage, and that's pretty much it. So guys, this is final stats, and this is my unkillable Maneater that I use on Brutal, Nightmare, and Ultra Nightmare. On the daily, you can go into all three compositions. For that, he must be 241 speed. He must have, give or take, 1,000 defense or more than the slow boy. Most other champions in the team the same. Make sure their defense is higher, their HP is lower. Give him 241 speed. If you only want to use Maneater for Ultra Nightmare, and that's it. It's 253 speed. That's what I used to run him at. And I think that pretty much summarizes everything, guys. That is my Maneater build. That's how I run him currently at the moment. No, I don't want to buy that. Stop putting ads in videos. Yeah, he's a fantastic epic champion. One of the best by far, just due to that unkillable. It will open up so many doors. If you're happy enough to, or lucky enough to pull one, hopefully a second one turns up. Mine is still apparently in the mail. I don't have a second one yet. But he's good in more places than just clan boss. But this build in particular I was showing you today is for a clan boss. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. Stay safe, keep on raiding, and I'll see you guys in the next video.